Yeah. All right. So where we left off, you guys were in this room, the torture chamber, and uh, Taylor Plyn the Great, the world's strongest gnome, was just about to try to break open, or at least break through a iron door leading to what could only be might be sewers, something with running water.
That's what I did. The 14 with
The
that.
14.
Yeah.
All right. So it it's like it starts to go and it catches. You can tell it's only catching because it's not a door that's used terribly often.
Mm-hmm.
And you open it, and you see this passageway, this stone. I gotta switch to reveal. This stone passageway leading 20 feet. It's pretty dusty, but what you can see on the ground is actually what looks like where the bodies, these husks, have been dragged out. So you see just smearing of this dust and this grime from where bodies have been dragged out. And you keep going, all of you, through until you actually see what's causing this noise of running water. And you're in a cave, and to your left you see the water coming down through holes in the ceiling of this cave where there might be a river far off, and the water's coming underground and just coming out of here. And it's all flowing away to your right, slightly downhill. There's stone everywhere, cobwebs, there's just all manners of things. And in the distance, far down the tunnel to your right, you're starting to see more and more light. And that's where you hear even more noises. You actually hear waves crashing, and you can tell that the coast might actually be down that way.
I want to run for it. I'm excited to see the water.
So Plyn's like, oh shit, daylight, and just starts booking it at like the fastest.
How deep is this water?
It's like a small little creek, so it's only like 4 feet deep at like the deep spots. Okay. Otherwise, it's just like a foot or two.
I'm just gonna jump into the water and start swimming.
Yeah, so you guys start going down, and you make it about halfway when you notice a
dragon.
An angry white dragon. The two going slower, Roswell and Kavak, you're looking around and you see. Actually, can the two that are not just like swimming and booking it, can Kavak and Roswell give me perception checks?
Yes.
Roswell with disadvantage because of your eye.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Wait.
So both of you, what might be a little too late to warn the others, see movement on the ceiling, and you start to hear it. And Plyn, Plyn, you hear a small crashing noise behind you of what might be 8 feet hitting the ground.
Oh,
and a 19 hits you, right, Taylor?
Yeah, and 19 hits me.
So Taylor, Plyn's just booking it, and the two behind you kind of like you see some movement on the ceiling, and you see it drop, land lively, and come out and bite at Plyn before you can even warn him. Taylor, you take. Roll a 1. You take 2 damage.
Ouch.
Why did I... A message. Shut up, too. Pin out, guys. So, Plyn, you're running. You feel these fangs bite into you, and you take 2 damage. Can you make a Constitution saving throw?
I absolutely can. Ooh.
So You take. Well, I'm just rolling. Just rolled 2 more ones on the damage. You take 2 damage.
Nothing hits the great Plen.
And you fail, so you take full damage. You take 2 poison damage.
Ow.
Would you like a berry?
Berries and cream.
So now-
berries and cream.
And now, I'd like you all to roll initiative.
Ooh.
What was my initiative roll again?
It is your D20 plus Dex.
Hey, that boy.
Hooray.
Hey, the boy.
Hey, there it is.
Oh, that boy.
They actually, those are our like best rolls of the night.
Yeah, on initiative.
What initiative?
And then Roswell. We have-
You. I'm gonna go first. Okay.
And then you see.
You're not. I'm going first.
Cap.
And then we have.
I'll
Lyriac.
pull out my juggling pins. Those are my weapons, man.
Yeah, I'm sure. Uh-huh.
Alright, so what you see now, the 2 in the back, Roswell and Kivak, you see another spider coming down the wall. There's one on the ground as well. You see what can only be described as giant wolf spiders. And Plyn, it is your turn in initiative.
Oh, I'm just gonna goosh goosh on its face with both of my juggling pins.
Yeah, so Plyn turns around and just starts slamming this thing in the face, trying to with his juggling pins.
This is the
his
first
bludgeoning
one.
Weapons.
That's the first one. Does a 14 hit?
You dual wielding offhand then?
Yeah, but we'll do the damage for the first one first.
Yeah, so that one hits.
Okay.
Roll damage.
Slash roll 1d. 5 damage.
So you get a nice crack right across its face where the fangs were. You can see your own blood on the tip of these fangs. You just get enraged and whack. The spider backs up from your head.
And then just the strength
roll.
bonus now, or nothing?
I can't remember, so we'll just say strength.
Okay. Hey!
Strength bonus
So
is
that
applied to damage.
Yeah, as well. So you come back with your left hand and uppercut it with this bowling pin. Roll damage.
Hey!
And in one full 1-2, you completely knock out this spider.
Oh,
Plyn,
I am Plyn!
Plyn, as you look around, you see the one coming down the wall on your left, and you see 2 coming behind Roswell and Kiyovak. Roswell, it is your turn.
Okay. Do I see them coming?
You only see the one on your right.
Okay. I'm going to try to attack that with Witch Bolt.
That is one thing I need to look up because I don't remember how Witch Bolt works.
Range spell attack, 1d10 if it hits.
Bye, Carlos.
Okay.
Bye, Nick. Nick, we lost your video.
Yeah, I know. So roll to hit with your spell attack.
Braden was locked out.
What is the
I made a macro for it.
Okay.
Ooh.
Was that for? But you made a macro. That's not just with the weapon. That's the correct modifiers for your Witch Bolt.
Yeah. If you hover over the number, it shows.
Oh, cool. So you send out your Witch Bolt. You gather this energy from your great overlord, Ancient One, Old One, the alien,
Yes.
and it strikes. The spider's too quick, and it strikes the wall right above where the spider was.
Okay.
What did you just shoot at him?
Which
Witch
one?
Bolt.
Witch Bolt.
Oh, okay.
So now it is Carlos, Kiyovak, Big Brain, Holgar's turn.
Alright, can you show me like roughly where we are? I gotta plan
Yeah,
out
let me.
and where
Alright.
enemies are.
I'm just gonna.
You can
I didn't have
honestly
time.
just like
I didn't have time
you
to
can just
do-
draw circles.
That's
It's
what I'm
okay.
gonna do. So here's.
I should probably
Roswell.
show this, shouldn't I?
I don't really have to. Here's Lucas. Plyn was made it up to here. and Lyriac is there. So there's one.
Which,
There's
And
a
the spiders.
dead foe here. You see one coming down the wall right here, and the ones you don't see, two coming from here.
All right. So I'm gonna toss it right where Lartak is. Sorry, I'm gonna toss Fog Cloud where Lartak is, which is 30 feet of fog, and then just like bolt on straight through it.
So you're just gonna make a run for it. You're gonna.
Fog Cloud and run through it.
All right.
So I
So
should
there's now
get
a
like
fog
halfway
cloud.
through.
Yeah, encompassing about all of you, and you make it up to about where Lyriac is.
All right.
So now the
That is my
spiders go. So the two behind you just move and start to catch up behind you. They can't quite make it. The one that you can't see that's still coming down the wall on the side is actually going to come up to Roswell and attempt a bite on Roswell.
Okay.
And a 7 does not hit.
Does not hit me. No.
All right, so now you have two spiders catching up to you guys. One dead and one that just missed right in front of Roswell. Lyriac, it is your turn from the water.
okay, I'm just drawing him up there near me.
Oh yeah, cool.
So this one's still alive on the other side of the red one right to the left of me?
You shouldn't be able
Yes.
to see anymore because of the fog cloud.
It is actually now
Like,
a little bit.
They
little
can't
bit-
see us. We can't see them.
Yeah, you can't. You can. You know where? You can't.
Oh.
You don't really know where it is. Let me look up fog cloud just so I know for sure. Yeah, so there's this great amount of fog. It is slowly drifting and spreading out towards the exit of the tunnel. But right now your vision is still pretty obscured.
Okay, but the
So
one
you know,
like right.
you know the general sense? The ones behind you, you're actually now kind of, as time's going on, you're now near the edge of the fog. So you can actually see the two way like about 30 feet away from you behind you.
Okay, give me a second to look at my spells. I believe Frostbite can hit them 30 feet away. Actually, are they? How close are they to each other, Nick?
They're like 20 feet apart.
I'm gonna shoot Ice Knife at the one that's furthest away from the group. So
I believe Ice Knife you have to roll to hit. Is it a spell attack?
yes, I believe so. Give me a second. I can tell you the details. Sorry.
Hold on as well. No, you're fine. I haven't had time to look up everyone's spells. You create a shard of ice, and you fling it at someone, make a ranged spell attack against a target.
So that should be my proficiency. I didn't look up this stuff beforehand. I'm sorry.
You would... You're a druid, so that's is it wisdom for druids?
Yes, it is.
So
But I
plus
don't know
4.
if So I get a plus
D20
4.
plus
Okay.
4. Yeah.
Oh, that's terrible.
So it's 7. So you fling it, and it's just about to miss. And as ice knife does, as it hits the ground, it explodes in all directions. It succeeds on its saving throw for the explosion, and so it takes
It takes no damage then,
no
unless I
damage.
hit it.
Then. Yeah,
Yep.
so if it would have hit, if the ice knife would have hit at least in front of it, it would explode in front of it, but it actually just went underneath its legs and exploded behind it.
Oh.
So that's your action. You can still move farther down the.
Yeah,
tunnel.
I'll move down. I did not mean to do that. I'm going to move. I can move pretty far, so I'm gonna get out of the water and move down to like right here.
Cool. So now it's at the top of the turn. Plyn, you're still standing over a dead spider. There's one about 15 feet behind you in front of Roswell, and two more about 20 feet past that. There's a fog cloud, so you actually can't see too much. It's heavily obscured. You can kind of see movement within it of where Roswell and the other spider might be.
Are there any I can make out clearly?
No.
Okay. I'm gonna like charge in and just slam on the first thing I encounter.
Roll perception for me.
Okay.
Yeah, so you come charging out of the fog. You see Roswell to your right, Spider to his right, to your left, and you go ahead and discern the difference and swing at the spider. Go ahead and roll 3 for hit.
Oh, there it is.
Again, you just smack this thing right across the face. You hear a high pitch, higher pitch than that.
Oh, these rolls.
It takes 7 damage. You actually caught one of its legs during your swing. That leg came up and crunched and actually got disformed. Smacked it across its face. Go ahead and roll your second hit.
I hate spiders. Oh, no.
So the second hit, you go to swing, and your first hit actually pushed it back about 7 inches, and your next swing just kind of grazes the furry hair of the giant wolf spider.
Well,
Now you're standing. Now it is you and Roswell standing face to face with the spider that is pretty hurt, and there's 2 more about 20 feet away from you guys.
Pound it.
So now it is Roswell's turn.
Okay, so there's still one that's kind of close to us.
Yeah, there's one right immediately to your right that Plin just fucked up.
Okay,
And
Did Plin move at all there?
Yeah, I moved like 15 or so feet.
he moved back towards where you guys came in from.
When you say he fucked it up, is it dead?
No, it is still it has one leg broken. Its face, one of its eyes is smashed in, but it's still kicking.
Okay, I'm gonna see if I can finish the job then with Eldritch Blast.
All right, roll to hit.
Let's see.
Just hits. So it's right next to you. You see all this. You're pretty like, why are there spiders in this kind of cave? Like, that doesn't even make sense. They're just starting you blast it right in its other eye, and so now both its eyes are just destroyed.
It must be the government.
It's
Right,
it
of course.
backs away, falls back onto its back, and all the legs kind of come closing in like they do on a spider, except the other leg, which is now pointing back the other way from still when Flynn hit it.
Do you not need me to roll damage?
No,
Okay.
it was low enough.
Sweet. And then I think I'm gonna keep moving down the river towards my companions.
You're on.
Oh wait,
So you're
no.
gonna run into the fog. There's still 2 more behind you, so you can run into the fog towards the exit, or stay where you are, or whatever.
Run towards the exit, into the fog.
All right, so you make it about 30 feet. So now you're in the middle of the fog, basically. So Kivak, it is now your turn.
Is there still a spider to my right? Right.
No, the one that was near you and Roswell is now dead. There's now 2 more behind you, about 20 feet. And the
Spider
fog-
to my right sounds like a Modest Mouse album cover. Or album.
Yes, there's 2 behind you, and fog 5-10 feet in front of you.
Hey Nick, just a heads up. Sorry to interrupt here. You can make circles on this and then move the circles.
Yeah, well, eventually we'll have tokens. I got rid of them when I realized there's 4 of us because I didn't want So the combat will be a little different.
Gotcha.
later.
Never mind. Sorry. I apologize.
No, you're fine. I also
I'm
wasn't sure if you guys
shoot
just
a
want
ray
to do
of
it visually.
frost at one of them.
To the ones behind you.
Yeah, to one of the ones behind me.
Ray of Frost.
It should be a ranged spell attack. It's the target.
Yep, make a ranged spell attack.
Yeah, I rolled it.
Yeah, so that hits. You come out, the one that's closest to you guys on your side of the water gets hit. You take out its legs. It suffers 3 cold damage, and it slows up a little bit, but it's still coming. So now
Alright,
the spiders.
I'm gonna
The
move
one
into
on the
the
far
fog.
side of the river. Actually, you're gonna move. Okay, so you're moving away. So Variax out of the water now in the fog, just barely in it. Kvac, you're also in the fog.
I'm dropping frames. Is anyone there? Hello?
Hello.
Oh
Back.
god. Oh god. Reconnecting.
Yeah, I just lost audio for a second.
Yep, I did too.
Let's change.
Isn't Skype wonderful?
Well, I just think it's since Taylor's both hosting the Skype call and
Yeah.
streaming.
Yeah, we
Stream's
will.
just killing the
We
Skype.
will correct that next time for sure.
Yeah. So let's keep going with however this is, as long as we can hear each other. So, Plyn, this very frozen and cold spider is now approaching you, and it's going to make a bite at you.
No, it isn't.
And no, it is not. You're
Yeah!
you're 17 AC, and this thing just comes out and it bites onto you and doesn't sink in. It's just kind of like its mouth is so frozen and cold. It's kind of like just.
I want to kick
It's kind
it.
of like it's like nibbling on you, and you stick it out foot and you kind of kick it, and it's kind of like it just kind of stays there, but like it's still trying to bite you. Like its mouth is there on you, but it's not really sinking in because it's just so like you can tell it's cold. And you can feel the cold on your arm from where it's trying to bite you. The other spider on the other side of the river is going to actually go up into the fog where it knows these two. You can see those two pieces of stone in the middle of the water. It's going to climb up on the near one and jump across to Lariak's right, and it's going to end its turn there. It can't quite make it to you. And so, Lariak, what are you going to do? You have one spider up to your right, looking back. You're in the fog, so you kind of like you hear this small scuffle up above you, and that's all you can see.
How
You see
close
movement coming towards you into the fog as people are running into the fog. You just hear maybe 10 feet up into your right, something hitting the stone above you.
Okay, I would like to move a few feet towards that and see if I notice anything else. I
Yeah, so you
basically
move
want to
and-
move out of the fog.
Yeah, so you move up to the stone, and the fog, it's slowly, throughout all this, it's been slowly just drifting out as the air currents are taking it out of this cavern. And it's starting to disperse a little bit. The moisture is getting into the fog, and it's condensing down, starting to stick to the walls, and everything's just getting a little more wet. And you feel very comfortable in this. You feel very comfortable in the fog, and you're able to now notice the spider at the top of these rocks.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and frostbite it. So if I could cast frostbite, which is it's a cantrip.
Yeah, so it doesn't have to. You don't have to roll to hit. It automatically hits.
Yep.
What's your spell DC then? It would be 8 to 12.
We went down there for a second, but it's back up, I think.
Yeah, so it fails its save. Roll 1d6.
Oh my
Oh.
god.
It takes 1 damage, but damn, it is starting to feel that frost, and it actually has disadvantage on its next attack.
Nice.
So back at the top of the round, Plyn is now the only one standing back towards where you guys came in from. He has one spider right up against him that is cold and still trying to bite onto his arm. What do you do?
I want to like swing one at this guy and then throw the other at the other one.
You can't see the other one.
Oh, okay, never mind. Then I'll just.
You were out of the fog, and the fog is still enough where you can't see down into where it is. They're just in the fog and can kind of see around.
I'll drop my or not drop him, but I'll just like grapple the spider, like tackle it and try to get it in some sort of hold.
Roll athletics.
Hey!
Hey.
Yeah,
Fight
level
me,
2.
spiders!
So it's on your arm, and you use that lever to start picking up, drive your shoulder into it, and just form tackle it down to the ground. Actually, since that was a 20, I'll say that was just your movement. To tackle it down. So you're standing on top of the spider, and you're still holding on to your weapons.
Yes, I will clobber this. with a 17 to hit.
So you're just we'll say so you will only we'll give you one attack because your other arm's still actually in its bite and you can't. So that definitely hits.
Oh.
Yeah. So it takes 3 more damage. It's starting. It's kind of swinging its legs. It's not used to being on its back. No spider. The spider's used to being very comfortable on its legs, crawling around on its web on the wall. So it's in disarray right now. So now we go to Roswell. Roswell, you have just near the beginning of the fog, so you can see back Flynn on top of this spider. You can't really see much too far into the fog to see where the others are.
Okay. I guess I'm gonna take my movement action first and like see if I can try to run all the way through the fog or as far through as I can get, and hope I can kind of discern what's going on around me.
Yeah. So you get about 10, 15 feet into the fog, and you notice Lariak is just is battling this other spider that's up on top of this rock.
Okay, I'm
so
gonna help him.
All right, so you're gonna stop there. What do you do?
I guess I'm gonna try to help him fight the spider. I'm going to Eldritch Blast the spider.
All right, roll to attack. Yeah, so that definitely hits. It's standing up on top of this thing, starting to come down towards the actual damage.
Okay.
Yeah, so it takes this 2 damage. The Eldritch Blast kind of hits where its legs are on its left side. It gets reared back. The force actually drives it back. It falls into the water and starts screeching, and it gets carried away in the current.
Yes.
Nowhere to be
so
seen.
Satisfying. Okay, then I'm gonna, with the rest of my movement action, just walk over and make sure he's okay.
All right, so you walk over and you're making sure he's all right. You guys kind of get oriented, seeing each other this close in this fog, having just seen one of the spiders be taken away, and now you know that there's only probably one left, and the rest have been dealt with.
Okay, cool.
Kivak, you are standing in the fog. You still hear Plyn behind you, and you just heard a big splash that could only be one of your compadres or a spider.
All right.
Which will it be?
I'm gonna try to walk the rest of the way out of the fog to see if
Yep.
I see anyone in the current.
Yeah, so you get to the end of the thing, and you see, just getting to the mouth of the cavern, multiple hairy legs sticking out, wailing around in the water.
All right, I feel
Make
better
a
about
perception
it.
check. Make a perception check.
Got it. 7.
That's all you see. You
guys
see,
are owning
you
these
see
things.
the light coming through the cavern. It's pre-dawn, so it's that kind of grayish light, just barely coming through. You actually see the cavern is actually hidden slightly behind a waterfall. So on the left side, as you're looking out, you see water cascading down. The rest of it is open.
All right, I'm gonna
so-
walk all the way to the. I'm gonna walk as far to the waterfall as I can.
Yeah, so you're about 20. You're about 15 feet from the exit, and
Alright.
that is that. So now we have just the last spider that is underneath Plyn the Great, who's just body slammed. Plyn's been wrecking these spiders. The spider's actually like scared of you. It's so scared. It is fighting desperately with all of its might. It is going to try a bite against you, and it just can't. It's already got. As you guys have been struggling, one of its fangs actually popped off, and now it's rearing back. And it tries to come back through, and it just swipes with its mouth and misses.
Lost the video about it. There we go.
Yeah. So now it's Lariak's turn. You just had Roswell blast the thing into the water. You're now comforted by Roswell being there. You hear a little bit of a scuffle behind you. The fog is still around you, but you're near the edge to start walking towards the exit.
You said I can start walking towards the exit?
Yeah, it's you can go towards the exit. Or you can go back to check on Flynn.
Oh, gotcha. I'm gonna go back and check on Plyn because he's within 30 feet, right?
Yeah, so you walk the full 30 feet, and you sprint out of this fog back towards the scuffle, and you're about 5 feet away from them on the ground with Plyn on top of this spider.
So I don't get within melee distance?
Not quite.
5 feet is melee.
Oh yeah, that's still considered melee. Yeah, you're like at the edge of it, so you could like lunge and make an attack.
I want to do an attack with my scimitar on.
You get advantage.
Yeah, you get advantage because it's prone and grappled.
So, and I also get a +3 attack bonus. So
Yep.
let me. So will I get +4 then, since I get advantage?
No,
Advantage
so you
is-
roll D20 plus 3 and roll it twice. We'll take the higher. So roll again. Very likely.
I have rolled 4 ones. 4 ones.
If you would, if that had stuck, you start to come down swinging, and it's been a while since you've used your sword, and you notice there as they're in the struggle, Flint starts to get in the way of your sword, and you twist your wrist around and then come back down with your slash, cutting off some of the legs. Go ahead and roll damage. Yeah, so you cut off 2 of the legs, and you finish your swipe, and now you're standing there with Flint over the top of this spider that is still in a very rough spot, but is still kicking. Plin, what are you going to do to finish this thing off?
Just clobber it. I'm not even going to use my weapons. I'm just going to start punching it.
Roll a straight attack with strength. Yeah, so you come in with your right fist, give it one big haymaker. Roll damage. It's what'll that be? It'll be a D4.
Yep. Plus,
Half.
am I getting strength or no?
Yeah, so roll a D4, half it, and then plus your strength.
So 4.
Yeah, so this last big punch, and you just knock it, and its head actually comes back. Spiders being arachnids and bugs, the exoskeleton just cracks, and so instead of this cracking of bones, it's like a crunch as the head gets knocked off, and now you're standing over the lifeless corpse of a spider that only has 3 legs left.
I want to get up, pick up my weapons, look at Lariak, and just go, I hate spiders. And then walk towards wherever the light is coming from.
Yeah, so now we're at the point where the fog starts to clear out. You gather yourselves, start walking out. You're exhausted. You don't know how long you've been down, and you're in those cells. And you get out. You exit this cavern. The waterfall coming down to your left. You walk out. You're on the beach. Cliffs behind you, going up. In the distance.
Just lost.
Yeah, I lost audio.